What's going on, everyone? My name is Bruno and this is my YCL Season 6 draft analysis for your Chernobyl Dragalges. So we are ready to kick things off in the new season of the YCL. So we are going to end our J8 Wi-Fi League run with Champions of Galar and YCL, which are I think two phenomenal leagues to just end our J8 draft. I think they are two phenomenal leagues to finish. I decided to apply again for the YCL because if you did not saw my my last run in the YCL, the YCL Season 5, I actually had a pretty good season. I went kinda undefeated during the regular season, so I lost the first game because I break a rule, which is the item clause, but at the same time I won that game, but I lost it officially. But I lost round of playoffs, so I had a really phenomenal regular season, but I lost round of playoffs, so I was kind of frustrated because I wanted to go far. I wanted to win the all season, but unfortunate I was not able to, and I kind of want to win this season. Really, I think I have a really good team, and I'm going to show you my team, of course, to try to go for the championship. Now we have pretty good stack roster of players this season, but we're going to do our best. So to try to win this league. So as you guys can see on the screen, my first pick was Zero Aura. So I had pick number yeah, nice question. I had pick number 10, either 8 or 10, I'm not sure, but I mean, Zero Aura came to me, which is phenomenal. Like a Pokemon like Zero Aura to I always want to try to use this thing in the Wi-Fi scene. Meadowshay really wanted this thing, but I said just nah, it's coming to me. So it was between Zero Aura or Torrent. Mew almost came to me. It was just picked before me, not really sniped, because I was really looking at Zero Aura, but was the three options: Mew, Zero Aura, Tornadus T. One of them will come to me. It was between Zero or Torn. I picked Zero Aura because I really don't like Torrent as much as I consider Torrent top 3 Gen 8 Mon, maybe top 5, not top 3, top 5 Gen 8 Draft League Mon. It's phenomenal. It's not on my hands, so I'd rather play with Zero Aura. I think it's really good Pokemon, fast, nice typing, nice ability, really tons of coverage, and knockoff user, which is phenomenal. So really excited to use this thing. I just had to pair it well. So to pair with Zero Aura, I draft one of my personal favorites in terms of defensive walls, and I picked Clefable. Now, what I love, Clefable is probably my favorite mon to use, at least this generation. I use it so many times, mainly in Showdown leagues. It's actually the first time I'm using Wi-Fi, which is interesting because it's a Pokemon that I draft so much in Showdown. But it's phenomenal. Like the typing, of course, varies. Really important typing. The ability to set up Stealth Rocks, to set up Wishes, to teleport, to being a setup sweeper. I love Unaware Clefable, and what I'm gonna say next is probably an unpopular opinion, but I'd rather have an Unaware Clefable than a Magikarp Clefable, so don't be surprised if I run Unaware Clefable every single week, because that absolutely stops setup from my opponents, which I truly love, especially setup being such a common and strong thing with Dragon types. Being able to be just not care about it, it's phenomenal. And like the amount of phenomenal sets that Clefable can run, it's like really good. Of course, Zero Aura pairs nice here with Clefable because it resists the steel types that Clefable doesn't like, and yeah, the amount of phenomenal things that Clefable can do in the team, it's really good. So yeah, really excited to use Clefable. To pair with Clefable and Zero Aura, I have decided to grab one of the Pokemon that I have decided pre-draft that I really wanted to try. It's actually the first time I played drafts. It's Gen 6, And honestly, it's the first time that I'm using this Pokemon, and I'm really excited to try to use it. I want a Pokemon that can really threaten ground types. Even with Zeraora getting Grass Knot, I'm not hitting every single ground type. So I wanted to grab a Pokemon that could really threaten ground types, and I've decided to grab another offensive water. I have Starmie last season, and it wouldn't be bad here, but I've decided to grab another offensive water, and I've grabbed Keldeo here. So Keldeo gives me a really nice speed here. I mean, gives me like a really strong water fighting. It's a nice water type, is a nice fighting type, can flip turn, which is phenomenal for momentum. Calm Mind Keldeo is really cool. It gets Icy Wind and Air Slash, so it has stab moves, not stab moves, but it has coverage moves for grass types, which is phenomenal as well, especially with the ability to Calm Mind, and that's really cool. So really excited to use Keldeo here because I think it's a phenomenal offensive threat paired with Zeraora, so really threatens those ground types. And yeah, can set up all over on water types. So water types are not phenomenal against my team as well because get beat by Zeraora or are set up fodder for my Keldeo, which is really cool as well. To grab my from a ground type, I grabbed Crocodile here, one of my personal favorites as well. So it gives me a ground type, gives me a dark type, two phenomenal typings in Draft League format, gives me Stealth Rocks, gives me Intimidate, which is really cool as well. So I can pivot more easily into my mount with being able to intimidate my opponent's Pokemon. I can grab a more offensive Crocodile as well, going for Moxie, and just Scarf Moxie Crocodile. Of course, I think the best set is Intimidate, but and I think in this team particularly, is the Intimidate will be better. But who knows? If I have a team who's weak to ground, just put the Choice Scarf on Crocodile, put Moxie, and let's just click buttons because Crocodile is really cool. Really nice fun knockoff user as well. Stealth Rocks, like really nice valuable options. Close Combat is nice on this Pokemon as well. So yeah, Swords Dance can set up all over. So yeah, really, and decent speed here as well, especially in the Wi-Fi. So yeah, really excited to use Crocodile. I think it pairs really well here, and pairs well with Clefable as well, because of course Crocodile doesn't like fighting moves, doesn't like bug moves. Clefable resists both. Pairs nice with Keldeo because is a electric immunity rather than Zeraora, and resists poison, which Clefable doesn't like. So I think it's a perfect fit here on the team. Next Pokemon is Registeel, so I need to grab a Steel type and decided to grab the Regi here. Didn't cost too much, and gives me another Stealth Rocker, which I think is phenomenal, and I think it pairs really well with the Clefable, being able to resist the Steel and the Poison moves, and Clefable being able to resist the fighting moves that Registeel doesn't like. Keldeo resists the fire moves, so Registeel resists the grass moves that Keldeo doesn't like. So it pairs really well here with the team. Last time I had Clefable and Registeel on the team, I won the championship. So I'm trying to do the same thing here again. Let's see if I can do it, but I think it pairs really well here. About Registeel, like Body Press, I think it's phenomenal. This Pokemon has really nice Fizz Def and Speed Def, so I can run a more Fizz Def Registeel or a more Speed Def Registeel. Same with Clefable, it can be more physical defensive or Speed Def oriented. Curse Regi is a thing, depending on the matchup of course, but I think it pairs really well with the team here. And the speed tier isn't phenomenal, but like I think so far the speed tiers are cool with my team and will be even better with my next pick. I think it's the next one. I grabbed Crobat. So Crobat here, I've decided to at this point when I decided to grab Crobat, I've decided that I wouldn't gone for a Dragon type. So this team doesn't have, and it's a spoiler, this team doesn't have a Dragon type, mainly because if I grabbed a Dragon type, it would be like either Salamence or Dragonite. Dragonite wouldn't help with the speed tiers, I feel like. I would have a huge speed gap. And Salamence, kind of the same thing. I wouldn't even have points to make the team more balanced. So I've decided to go without a Dragon type. I don't think I need a Dragon type, honestly. And Crobat gives me a really fast Flying type, gives me a speed tier between Keldeo and Zeraora. and actually gives me U-turn momentum, gives me defog, which I think is really important in this team, and can be like really offensive, can be a more supportive set, just be able to pivot around with U-turn. Super Fang is always nice on this Pokemon as well, and yeah, being able to hit Toxics like defog, roost, Itrobat can do some nice things here. Nasty Bat is something that I like and that I usually use at least once or twice per season. Not sure if I'm gonna use it here, but it's something that I respect and I like to use Nasty Bat. So who knows if I'll be able to sweep someone with Nasty Bat. We'll see. But it's a Pokemon that I feel comfortable with and I think really fits the team. Next one is Chandler. Now Chandler here gives me Fighting Ghost, and the amazing thing about Chandler here is how well it pairs with Keldeo. Like grass types against Chandler, they will drop, and like the fire types that can't maybe take on Chandler, the normal types with thick fat, maybe ones like Miltank for example, ones like Snorlax, will drop to Keldeo. So yeah, I think it pairs really nicely Chandler here. It's really hard, like bulky waters will have to come to stop the thing. It has one of the highest special attacks in the game, which is phenomenal, and in this format especially. And I think it has actually a higher special attack than like Gengar. Of course Gengar has the speed tier, Chandler is 80, which is not terrible honestly. Especially with a team that is already so fast and has so much momentum so far. I think Chandler can really put in the work. Like Keldeo easily clicks Flip Turn on a grass type, and I mean I bring Chandler and spec Chandler. Like Shadow Ball for example can just hit a lot of bulky waters like really hard. So I think, and Chandler is actually Energy Ball, which is coverage for water Pokemon. So I mean phenomenal Pokemon here. I think it pairs really well. And so far, the offense in this team, I think it's amazing. Zeraora, Keldeo, Chandler, Crocodile can be offensive, Clefable can be a setup sweeper, but like Clefable, supporting the team with like Clefable, Registeel, Crobat, Intimidate Crocodile, plus the offense of Chandler, Keldeo, Zeraora, so far it's fantastic. I really like how the team was looking so far. To give it more offense, I grab Lycanroc Dusk here. So Lycanroc Dusk leaves me a 110 speed here, which I mean it wasn't really necessary, but it's always nice. Priority, Excel Rock, I think it's phenomenal, and another phenomenal wall breaker. These things that have like great switch-ins, and I think I can break those great switch-ins. I mean, what's the best Lycanroc switch? It's ground types most likely. So I have Keldeo here to help with those. Zeraora can hit ground types, Crocodile can come in on ground types because Intimidate. So I have ways. Chandler can hit ground types as well because ground types are mainly physically oriented. So I mean it's not a problem for this team to deal with ground types, and I'll have two more Pokemon that can actually deal with the ground types. I think Lycanroc does here, being one of the biggest threats on this team as well, can really put in the work. Next I grabbed Wishy Washy. Now I grabbed another water type. I usually don't like to have dual types. I try to avoid dual types at least. I think Wishy Washy pairs well here because Keldeo is not really a bulky water, and I always like to have bulky waters. Last season I have Starmie as my only water type, and sometimes I struggle not having a bulky water. I missed a bulky water on my team last season. Still, I think Wishy Washy, being even without having a water type, I think Wishy Washy still pairs really nice here. What I love about Wishy Washy, first, is a phenomenal low tier water. In my opinion, the best low tier water type. Have U-turn, have flip turn, so I have two forms of momentum. The ability is not amazing, but I think it's pretty decent. I really think the ability is not a downside of Wishy Washy. Other thing I like is that with flip turn and U-turn, rest sets are actually really viable on the Wishy Washy, and I have a Heal Bell option in Clefable, which is a really viable mono Clefable as well, if I want Clefable to be a cleric, which is a viable set. So really like Wishy Washy. I don't have a problem with having Wishy Washy and Kelly on the same team, because I really think grass types are not a problem at all with like ones like Crobat, ones like Chandler, even ones like Zeraora that have fire coverage. I really don't think they are a problem at all. So yeah, I really like Wishy Washy. First time using it, and I think I'll love it because it's really bulky, and the ability to pivot with either U-turn or flip turn, I think it's amazing. And that's pretty much it. The last Pokemon is Maractus. So I have Maractus in COG, I have Maractus in YCL for a main reason. First, it's a bulky grass. Second and most important, it cost me 1 point. 1 point Maractus. Let me just tell you, 1 point Maractus is a mistake. Like, this thing gets spikes, this thing gets really nice coverage like knockoff, drain punch. Spiky shield is viable to cripple opponent's offense. So this Pokemon by 1 point, I think it was just like a steal in my opinion. Like, I really like Maractus. Is bulky, has really nice abilities in Water Absorb and Storm Drain, and just the ability to set up spikes for 1 point. Like, give it to me. And have synthesis like reliable recovery, give it to me. I think it's amazing. And that's the team for the YCL Season 6. So I hope you guys enjoy the team. The upload day for this is Saturday, so you can expect week 1 match to be up next Saturday. And yeah guys, comment what you think about the team. I hope you guys are excited. I am really excited to play in this season, and I hope I can do well. I think I have a really good team. And yeah, that's pretty much it guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. So peace guys.